Hello, everyone. Information security today isn't limited to protecting systems. It's about managing risk across the entire organization. From access control and network security to governance, compliance, and incident response, security professionals are expected to take a broad, strategic approach. That's why the Certified Information Systems Security Professional certification by ISC2 is highly valued. It validates your understanding of security across multiple domains and your ability to apply that knowledge in real-world scenarios. In this video, we'll go through a few practice questions that reflect the types of situations covered on the exam. Question number 1. Which of the following is an open standard for exchanging authentication and authorization data between parties? A. Wired markup language. B. Hypertext markup language, HTML. C. Extensible markup language, XML. D. Security assertion markup language, SAML. Answer: D. Security assertion markup language, SAML. Explanation: Security assertion markup language, SAML, is an open standard used to exchange authentication and authorization data between an identity provider and a service provider. It is based on XML, which helps structure data in a readable and secure format. SAML enables single sign-on, SSO, allowing users to access multiple applications with one login. It works using assertions that carry user identity and permission details between systems. In contrast, HTML is used for creating web pages and is not related to authentication or security data exchange. Question number 2. An information security professional is reviewing user access controls on a customer-facing application. The application must have multi-factor authentication (MFA) in place. The application currently requires a username and password to log in. Which of the following options would best implement MFA? A. Geolocate the user and compare to previous logins. B. Require a pre-selected number as part of the login. C. Have the user answer a secret question that is known to them. D. Enter an automatically generated number from a hardware token. Answer: D. Enter an automatically generated number from a hardware token. Explanation: Entering an automatically generated number from a hardware token would be the best option to implement multi-factor authentication (MFA) for a customer-facing application. MFA is a method of authentication that requires 2 or more independent factors to verify the identity of a user, such as something you know, something you have, or something you are. A hardware token is a device that generates a one-time password, OTP, or a personal identification number, PIN, that the user must enter along with their username and password to log in. A hardware token provides a strong and secure second factor of authentication, as it is based on something the user has, and it is resistant to phishing, replay, or brute force attacks. Geolocating the user and comparing to previous logins would not be a good option to implement MFA, as it is based on something the user is, which is a weak and unreliable factor of authentication, as it can be easily spoofed, manipulated, or inaccurate. Requiring a pre-selected number as part of the login would not be a good option to implement MFA, as it is based on something the user knows, which is the same factor as the username and password, and it does not provide any additional security or verification. Having the user answer a secret question that is known to them would not be a good option to implement MFA, as it is also based on something the user knows, and it can be easily guessed, forgotten, or compromised. Question number 3. Which of the following statements is most accurate regarding information assets? A. International Organization for Standardization, ISO 27001 compliance, specifies which information assets must be included in asset inventory. B. S3 information assets include any information that is valuable to the organization. C. Building an information assets register is a resource-intensive job. D. Information assets inventory is not required for risk assessment. Answer: B. S3 information assets include any information that is valuable to the organization. Explanation: Information assets are any data or information that have value for the organization, such as financial records, customer data, intellectual property, or trade secrets. Information assets are essential for the organization to achieve its objectives and to maintain its competitive advantage. Information assets should be identified, classified, and protected according to their value, sensitivity, and criticality. International Organization for Standardization, ISO 27001 compliance, does not specify which information assets must be included in asset inventory, but rather provides a framework and a set of requirements for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and improving an information security management system. Building an information assets register is not necessarily a resource-intensive job, but rather a necessary and beneficial one, as it helps to document and manage the information assets of the organization and to support the risk assessment and security planning processes. Information assets inventory is required for risk assessment, as it helps to determine the scope, impact, and likelihood of the risks that may affect the information assets, and to prioritize and implement the appropriate controls and measures to mitigate the risks. Question number 4. What is the overall goal of software security testing? A. Identifying the key security features of the software. B. Ensuring all software functions perform as specified. C. Reducing vulnerabilities within a software system. D. Making software development more agile. Answer. C. Reducing vulnerabilities within a software system. Explanation. The main goal of software security testing is to reduce vulnerabilities in a software system. A vulnerability is a weakness that attackers or errors can exploit to cause issues like data breaches or unauthorized access. Security testing evaluates key aspects such as confidentiality, integrity, and availability, using methods like code review and analysis. It helps identify and fix or manage these weaknesses to improve overall system security. Other options, like identifying features or ensuring functionality, are secondary and not the primary goal. Question number 5. In setting expectations when reviewing the results of a security test, which of the following statements is most important to convey to reviewers? A. The target's security posture cannot be further compromised. B. The results of the tests represent a point-in-time assessment of the targets. C. The accuracy of testing results can be greatly improved if the targets are properly hardened. D. The deficiencies identified can be corrected immediately. Answer. B. The results of the tests represent a point-in-time assessment of the targets. Explanation. The key point to convey is that security test results represent a point-in-time assessment of the system. This means the findings only reflect the security posture at the exact time the test was conducted. Security conditions can change quickly due to updates, new threats, or configuration changes. Therefore, the results are not permanent or guaranteed to remain accurate over time. Reviewers should treat them as temporary insights and use them accordingly. The ISC2 Certified Information Systems Security Professional Exam emphasizes how security decisions are made at an organizational level, balancing risk, controls, and business requirements across different domains. Working through practice questions like these can help you become more comfortable with that broader, decision-focused approach. If you'd like to continue practicing, check out the link in the description for additional practice questions available on CertBoosters' website. Subscribe to the channel for more certification practice videos across cybersecurity, cloud, and IT domains. Thanks for watching, and best of luck with your exam preparation.